Alright Triggles, what's happening? So I've got another video for you today, and this was for the show I went to last weekend in Yarmouth, and this is for a DOA show, and it was for Yarmageddon. You see what they did there? Yeah, look, little play on words and everything. Anyway, this is for Yarmageddon 2. Now I never went to the first one, unfortunately, but this show was fucking phenomenal. This was at the Lichfield Community Centre as well. So let's go straight into the first match now, and this was between Kid Crazy. Now he's been on the WrestleFall shows before, so check out my old videos at the Whittam show. You get to see what he's about as well. And he was up against a young guy called Jackie Hyde.
This is over, it's over! Yeah!
So Kid Crazy manages to pick up the win there, but unfortunately, due to an injury to one of the wrestlers, this match was cut short, which is a shame, but we do wish the wrestler a speedy recovery. So, like I said, the atmosphere, you could see there was a couple of guys at the far back. I've always said the first match on, it's very difficult to get the crowd going because some of the people don't know who the wrestlers are, so they don't know who the bad guy is, who the good guy is, just at the beginning, as well as when they don't really know, they don't know what to chant. But there was a couple of guys there trying to get it going, so it was, you know, good. Okay match, like I said, one of them got injured, unfortunately, so you didn't get to see the best out of both of them. But, like I said, speedy recovery. Hopefully, next time I see you, you are 100%. One thing I do need to say, now, ref, I don't know if you've ever refed a wrestle match before, but just move out of the way a tiny bit when the wrestler's in the middle of the ring, giving it a clapping, like he's going to go flying through the ropes. Just tad over next time, yeah? And also, you've got the politician's point, right? But you need to project, because they do. Speak up a little bit, alright? Couldn't quite hear ya. So the next match up, and this was between Hex, and he was up against Enchilado. No, not the food. So that's where Kane's been then, because we haven't seen him in WWE for a while. He's been on the indie circuit. There you go. No, but on all seriousness, Hex manages to pick up the win in a shortish match against Enchilado, and I can't really say much more on it, really. It was over before it even started. So the next match up, and I personally think was probably the best match of the night actually, and this was for the DOA Heavyweight Championship, and this was between the current champion, Damien, up against Johnny Storm. Now this was a 2 out of 3 falls match.
I'm not done with him yet! Oh, it stinks!
Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the first ball. Damien! This match is now tied 1-1. The next ball will show you a winner, champion!
Damien manages to pick up 2 wins out of 3, with Johnny Storm only picking up the 1. Therefore, Damien is still the current DOA heavyweight champion. Now, I don't know if the ref's trying out for Rear of the Year here or what, because he was sticking his arse out in my camera quite a bit, weren't he? But Damien did need a little bit of help from Hex there, as you see, or Kane, depending on who it really is. So I really enjoyed this match. It looked like Damien dominated most of it, apart from when he took a breather and thought he'll sit down next to me for a little while, and then Johnny Storm threw himself off the top rope to land on top of us. Don't worry, I'm fine. Thanks for all your concerns and cards and flowers and gifts and everything. But no, it was a great match. Johnny Storm did get a few of the hits in as well, but Damien retained, picking up the DOA Heavyweight Championship in 2 out of 3 falls. So the next match after that was between BG Frilliams, and he was up against Mark Lloyd. Now, Mark Lloyd is a part-time wrestler and a banker. No, he generally is a banker. That's not me being nasty and a euphemism for the word wanker. But, hey, no wonder we went into a fucking recession with these bankers. Hey, instead of focusing on investing their money properly, he was using it to go to fucking wrestling school. I think you need to go to a better one, mate.
Like me. I expected much better from you people. Do you know who I am? My name is Mark Lloyd. And I am a banker. In fact, I'll have you know, I come from a long line of bankers. My grandfather in Albert Lloyd, he was a banker.
Lovely.
My father, Donald Lloyd, he was a banker. Actually now, I'm the biggest banker of the family. Now what I have for you, just because I feel sorry for you, is some free, I don't do this often, financial advice. So, for the people of Yarmouth, my advice to you is leave. Go. And come on, it's a dump. Isn't it in June, July, August? It's barely acceptable. The rest of the months, it's just a boarded up wasteland. It's pathetic. So who's friendly? That's right, you can read banker. It says that on the jacket. So who's with me? Who's leaving Yarmouth? Okay. Had a feeling you were going to say that, but that's fine. Stay in this dump hole of the town, but you'll simply be known forever as fish and chip eating, seaside stuff.
So everyone can see this. Oh yeah!
So BG Frilliams manages to pick up the win there. It was a very good finish. Match was okay at best, if being honest with you. I mean, I couldn't take my eyes off. BG kept putting his top down all the time. That was very frustrating to see, you know, because I'm trying to watch the wrestling, but I'm also seeing this every time. Now, I don't want to sound like a cunt here, because I'm a big guy myself, right? But there's two options. Either you buy a bigger shirt or you lose a little bit of weight. Now, it's not me being a cunt, because I'm a fat cunt myself, and I don't like my skin being on show because it's fucking disgusting. I mean, I don't even like looking at myself in the mirror. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more energy from both wrestlers in the matches, being honest with you. Maybe if BG put as much energy in the match as he did with his power walk before and after, it might have been a bit more, enjoyable. But Mark Lloyd, maybe he should go back to being a banker, stealing our money and putting it into other things where you don't give a fuck if it loses because it's not your money. So the next match up, and this is the ladies match, and this is between Emma-Jade and she's up against Cara. So the local girl, Emma-Jade, who's from Yarmouth, manages to pick up the win. But in all fairness, I think I enjoyed watching Matey Boy behind the ring and his facial expressions than I did with this match, if being honest with you. The match was okay. It wasn't the greatest. But him behind, I think, was more entertaining than this actual match. So moving on to your last match, and this is your main event, and we have Richard Parliament, who is one of my favourites actually, and he was up against Doan, who is one half of the DOA Tag Team Champions, and he is a local lad as well. Now, of course, Richard Parliament starts with his usual routine, getting into the ring and insulting everyone, and I fucking love it, and I video it every time, and you can watch it again right now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly the kind of reaction I'd expect from a bunch of Jerry Kyle, Norfolk, gold-claiming scum. I joke. I am Richard Parliament, the future Prime Minister of this country. And with the EU referendum upon us, I thought it would only be right to have my personal banking assistant with me at all times. Yeah! There are many rude people here tonight, such as you children down there not paying any attention. Quiet! I would like to give you all a better education by sending you to school 7 days a week, every week. Yeah! No more school holidays! Yeah! Homework every single night of the week! Yeah! But I'm here to help your parents too, and all the other adults here tonight. I see many fat, disgusting people here tonight. So, in order to cut NHS spending, I would like to ban chips, sweets, alcohol, fizzy drinks, lollipops, burgers, chips, and all other forms of junk food. Yeah! Let me hear one more big yeah!
Help me out! Help me out! Come on. How can you advise me on this? You're meant to be my personal advisor.
I can't help it if he's beating you in the ring.
You need to give me some advice. You're my advisor. Come on, regroup. Regroup.
He's a scum anyway.
One. Shut up. We need some silence. Some personal time together.
So DOA manages to pick up the win there in what I thought was a really good match. Now, a couple of things I just want to talk about now. Obviously, Richard Parliament told to take another little breather, sitting next to me like Damien did, and the banker comes and advises him and everything. Richard, I don't know what you're asking him for advice for, mate. He's a banker. They will fuck you over. As well as when you went to walk out the door, you said you two need some personal time together. Yay! Just saying. As well as, I wasn't too sure if it was part of the match, but did you hear that slap? Oh! Now, I don't know if it was in the match or not, or he just took it upon himself, but that was a slap and a half, and you could see the marks on Richard Parliament's chest, as well as he grabbed the banker around the ring. Again, I don't know if that was a part of the match, but it was fucking brilliant. This is probably the loudest match there was of the night. Obviously, as you could hear with the guys behind, they made a lot of noise. Matey boy probably could give me a run for my money, considering he was loud and I'm loud, but I don't think he could beat me. So that's pretty much what I've got for you at the moment for this show, but I will be bringing you more videos up and coming very, very soon, so stay tuned. DOA, thank you very much for inviting me. DOA will be back there later on in the year sometime. I'm not too sure on the dates just yet. Hopefully, if I can make it, I will make another appearance. But don't forget to like, subscribe, leave any comments below. Follow me on Twitter. It is in the description. So until next time, guys, I will see you later.